Welcome back to Confessions of a Matchmaker. I have another interesting story for you about a man in his 50s, early 50s. Let's call him John. And John was asking me for women to date women in their 30s because he wanted to start a second family. Those were his exact words. He wanted to start a second family. So he wanted to date women that are still able to have children. Just as ridiculous as that sounds, that he already had a family. He actually had three grown daughters, but wants a boy because he has nothing in common with his daughters and no shared interests. So instead of working on his relationship with his three grown daughters, he wanted to just start all over again. Just pretend like he doesn't have children, start all over again, and hope that he has a boy, which, unless you're paying for that, you can't guarantee you're going to have a boy. You can't make that decision that you're just going to have a boy unless you're paying for them to separate, the X and the Y. And anyway, so that's basically what he asked for. He said, I don't necessarily want a soulmate, as he put it, but and does not want to be married again, just wants a partner to have kids with. But at the same time claiming that he's a devout Catholic. Repeatedly tells me that he's one of a kind, a high caliber man. Trust me, there are no men like me around. You will not find anyone like me. I'm one of a kind. Okay, so there's three, four things that are wrong here. First, wanting to have a whole new family, which is so messed up in itself. Doesn't necessarily want to be devoted and committed or married. Just basically wants a woman to have kids with, preferably boys. And not preferably, he wants boys only. Don't know how he's going to guarantee that. And thirdly, he says he's a Catholic, but apparently doesn't believe in marriage before children. Mind blown the entire time I was talking to him. And lastly, this bragging and this high self-esteem, narcissistic, self-esteem beyond anything I have ever seen before. So obviously I didn't take him on, but you get the picture. These are the type of people that no matter what happens, no matter how much coaching I do, how much guidance I do, nothing will ever be good for them. Nothing will ever change. They don't even see the issue. They don't see that there's anything wrong with what they're saying, what they're asking, just the way they are. They don't see anything wrong with it. So that was my other story for today. And I'm hoping when people see these, they stop this behavior, that they don't, they put a mirror to themselves and realize the kind of things that are coming out of their mouth, right? So don't know what happened to John because I didn't take him on. I wasn't going to work with someone like that. But that was one of my other stories for you. And there's plenty more where that came from. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took away something from it. I don't know if you can enjoy these stories. This is just the ridiculousness that we deal with matchmakers on a daily basis. And I'm hoping by seeing this, hearing about these stories, people start to kind of change, people start to change and realize how unrealistic they are, how shallow, how wrong they approach relationships in general. It's no longer about just wanting the right partner for them. It's wanting the right person for their purpose, for whatever their purpose is. Clearly, this guy's purpose, as he thought, was to just continue having children until he has a wonderful relationship with his kids, instead of working on a relationship that he already has with his daughters. Ridiculous, I know. Thank you for tuning in. Come back again. Don't forget to subscribe.